Listen, you can be handsome, successful, funny, even say all the right things, and still watch her drift away like she never cared. Because attraction isn't built on what you do. It's built on who you are. There are men who barely speak, yet women remember them for years. They carry something, quiet, invisible, but magnetic. And the truth is that something isn't luck. It's understanding. Understanding the 5 secrets that make women feel drawn to you without even realizing why. Today, we're breaking them down slow, honest, and real, so that by the end, you'll know exactly what kind of man she never forgets. Secret 1, you don't chase her energy, you lead it. Let's be real for a second. Most men think attraction is about reacting the right way. She smiles, you smile back. She goes quiet, you panic, she pulls away, you start chasing harder. But attraction doesn't work that way. You don't attract her by following her energy. You attract her by leading it. See? A man who leads doesn't mean he controls. He doesn't manipulate or dominate. He just stays grounded even when things get messy. Imagine this. You're out with her. She's moody, distant, not her usual self. Most guys start overthinking. Did I say something wrong? Did I mess up? But the man who understands this secret doesn't react that way. He stays calm, soft-spoken, present. He doesn't chase her mood. He holds his own. Because here's the truth. Women feel your emotional rhythm. They sense when you're nervous, desperate, or thrown off balance. But when your emotions stay steady, when she can't shake your center, something powerful happens. She starts trusting your energy. She starts following your lead without even realizing it. This kind of man doesn't rush to comfort her every second. He doesn't fill every silence. He lets the moment breathe. He leads through his calm. And when he speaks, it's not loud or forced. It's clear, confident, measured. Women can feel that difference instantly. Leading isn't about being bossy. It's about having direction. It's about knowing where you stand, what you value, and not losing that in her emotions. When she's upset, you don't argue to win. You stay present to understand. When she tests you, you don't react. You smile. You stay centered. That's leadership. It's quiet, subtle, but powerful. Women don't follow men who chase their energy. They follow men whose energy doesn't change just because hers does. So next time she pulls away, remember this. Don't bend your emotions to match hers. Stand still. Be calm. Lead with peace. Because when your energy leads, her attraction follows. Secret, you create mystery through restraint. Let's be honest, men love to talk, especially when they're nervous or trying to impress a woman. They start explaining, oversharing, proving, hoping she'll finally say, "Wow, you're amazing." But the men who quietly draw women in, they don't do all that. They don't reveal everything. They give glimpses, not the full movie. Here's the deal. Mystery is not about pretending to be someone else. It's about being comfortable, not being fully understood. You don't owe anyone your life story in the first 10 minutes. You don't have to tell her every emotion, every childhood trauma, or every dream you've ever had. Let her wonder a little, because curiosity is the seed of attraction. When she doesn't know everything, she starts thinking about you. She replays your words, your silence, your little smirk, and she starts to crave more. Think of it like music. The pause between notes makes the sound more powerful. That's what mystery does. It lets the silence speak. So instead of posting every detail of your day online or replying to every message instantly, pull back just a bit. Not to play games, but to protect your energy. The most magnetic men are the ones who seem slightly out of reach, not because they're arrogant, but because they're busy living their lives. They don't try to be understood by everyone. They're fine with being misunderstood sometimes. That restraint, that ability to not spill everything, makes you feel different. And women feel that because here's what's funny. The less you say, the more they start imagining who you are. And that imagination is stronger than anything you could ever say. Mystery isn't about faking. It's about peace. Peace with being quiet. Peace with not needing to fill every gap. So leave space. Let her guess a little, because in that silence, attraction grows louder. Secret 3, you value connection more than validation. Every man has been here. You meet a woman and suddenly everything in you wants her approval. You start texting first, complimenting too much, agreeing too easily. You laugh even when her jokes aren't funny, just so she'll like you. But deep down, you know it. You're not being real. You're performing. Here's the truth. Validation is a trap. It feels good for a moment, but it makes you lose yourself. And once a woman senses that you need her approval, she stops feeling that natural pull. Attractive men don't try to be liked. They try to connect. They ask real questions. They listen with presence. They flirt because they want to, not because they need to. When she compliments them, they smile and move on. When she doesn't, they don't crumble because their confidence isn't hanging on her reaction. Think of it this way. If your energy depends on her response, you've already given her the power. But when you're rooted in yourself, when you're not chasing validation, something shifts. You stop talking to impress. You start talking to connect. And women feel that. They feel the difference between a man who's performing and a man who's present. Validation is cheap. Connection is rare. You can buy attention, but you can't fake presence. So next time you talk to her, slow down. Ask questions that matter. Listen without needing to reply. Be curious, not desperate. When you stop needing her to like you, she'll start wondering why you're so calm, why you don't chase, why you're different. That's the power of valuing connection over validation. You stop trying to be chosen and start choosing yourself. Secret 4, you stay calm when she's emotional. This one is hard for most men because when a woman gets emotional, angry, upset, or cold, men panic. They either start arguing, trying to fix it, or they shut down completely. But here's the reality. Her emotions are not a problem to solve. They're a test of your emotional strength. She's not always testing you on purpose. Sometimes she just needs to see, can you handle her fire without burning out? Can you stay calm when she's chaotic? A grounded man doesn't try to calm her for himself. He stays calm because that's who he is. When she's upset, he listens. When she's crying, he doesn't run. When she's distant, he gives her space. Not because he's weak, but because he's emotionally steady. Women remember how a man makes them feel, not how fast he solved their problem, not how much advice he gave, but whether they felt safe in his presence. When you stop reacting and start listening, you show emotional maturity. And that's rare because most men either get defensive or turn cold. But the calm man, he's the storm's opposite. He holds his peace so strongly that she starts to soften. She begins to trust that she can be herself around you. Messy, emotional, complicated, and you won't judge. That's what creates real intimacy. You become her emotional anchor. So next time she's emotional, don't rush to fix her. Just stay present. Let her see that your peace isn't negotiable. That no matter how loud her emotions get, your calm is louder. Secret 5, you're okay if she walks away. This last one, it's the hardest, but also the most powerful. When you can look at a woman you want and still know, if she leaves, I'll be fine. You've already won. That's not arrogance. That's self-worth. Most men hold on too tight. They fear losing her, fear being alone, fear never finding someone else. But when you hold on from fear, you lose your edge. You become needy, predictable, and easy to forget. The men women remember, they're the ones who could walk away at any time. Not because they don't care, but because they care about themselves too. When you don't fear losing her, you act different. You stop begging, you stop pleasing, you stop trying to earn love. Instead, you move from choice. If she brings peace, you stay. If she brings chaos, you walk. That kind of strength confuses women in the best way because they're used to men chasing, clinging, begging for attention. But when you stay calm, through distance, when you stay composed through silence, she starts thinking about you differently. She realizes you weren't trying to keep her. You were allowing her to stay. And that shift from needing her to choosing peace changes everything. Because real attraction comes when you're okay alone, when your happiness doesn't depend on who texts you back, when your life keeps moving with or without her. So stop holding on so tight. Let her see that if she walks, you'll still walk tall. That's confidence. That's freedom. That's what makes you unforgettable. Attraction isn't about tricks, tactics, or pretending. It's about becoming the kind of man who doesn't chase energy. He creates it. The man who doesn't seek approval, he gives presence. When you live from that space, women feel it without understanding why. So, if this hit you deep, type secrets in the comments. And remember, the most attractive man is the one who could have her but doesn't need.